Hello, you guys. How's everybody? It's a little chilly out there today. I had to put my sweater on. Anybody else? You guys probably are way tougher than me. I tell you. Usually, if you ever notice, I usually have long sleeves on because I'm always cold. So it's a little chilly out there for me today. I mean, not a lot. Let's not get too crazy, but you know what I mean. So I hope you guys are doing good. Did you make a mermaid tail yet today? No, not yet. Maybe later. If you haven't or don't know what I'm talking about, watch the video down below for our live summer reading and story time we did at 10 o'clock today. We had lots of fun. And we made a mermaid tail. Today, you guys, I have two super fun books. Once again, both by my super duper favorite authors. I just don't know which one to read first. Okay, we'll read this one first. This is my favorite author, you guys, Chris VanDusen, and this one is called The Circus Ship. And if you remember, Chris VanDusen is the one that has that we read that if I build a house, remember that so cool house, and if I built a school, remember that that was the coolest school ever. So this one is the book. It's called The Circus Ship by Chris VanDusen. And if you remember those other ones, you remember that his illustrations are fabulous. So I'm even going to pull you a little closer so you can really see the awesome pictures of the book. 5 miles off the coast of Maine and slightly overdue, a circus ship was steaming south in fog as thick as stew. On board were 15 animals who traveled to and fro. The next day it was Boston for another circus show. The captain, Mr. Carrington, was honest and sincere. He thought that they should drop the hook and wait for things to clear. But Mr. Payne, the circus boss, was terribly demanding. He stomped up to the helm where Captain Carrington was standing and screamed, "Don't stop! Keep going! I've got a show to do! Just get me down to Boston town tomorrow, sir, by 2." Very mean. Then came a crash, an awful bash. Things flew into the air. The ship had smashed into a ledge that no one knew was there. The shattered ship began to tip, then sank without a sound. The splashing, thrashing animals swam round and round and round. The captain said to Mr. Payne, "Pray tell, what shall we do? We can't just leave them here drowned. We've got to save them too." "The animals?" yelled Mr. Payne. "Why, sir, what are you, daft? It's me that you should rescue. Pull me up onto the raft. Now ferry me to safety, sir, before I die of cold." "Don't question me," barked Mr. Payne. "Just do as you are told." Through chilly water all night long, the animals swam on until they reached the island beach just before the dawn. They pulled themselves up onto the shore, bedraggled, cold, and beat. They staggered to the village on weary, wobbly feet. The people in the neighborhood had just began to rise, and when they saw those animals, they had to rub their eyes. They thought they saw an elephant. But wait, how could that be? And what's that little monkey doing in the cherry tree? Soon animals were everywhere and into everything. There's an ostrich in the outhouse. There's a hippo in the spring. There's a tiger in the tulips. There's a lion in the lawn. There's a python in the pantry. It went on and on and on. Mr. Hood was stacking wood and nearly jumped a mile when he found an alligator sleeping on his pile. Then Miss Dotty Daly, who grew daisies by the bunch, discovered that the zebra had been eating them for lunch. And Miss Fanny Feeney found, according to the rumors, the silly little circus monkey swinging from her bloomers. But everything changed quickly, like the turning of the tide. The night the abbot's shed caught fire, with Emma Rose inside. From high above the abbot's farm, the tiger saw the shed. The sight of smoke and fire triggered something in his head. He jumped through the flames 1,000 times back in his circus days. So he ran past all the people and he leapt into the blaze. Then everybody panicked. Help! Help! What can we do? When from the raging fire, something big burst into view. It was the most amazing sight, and everybody froze when they saw the tiger saving little Emma Rose. The tiger's risky rescue changed everybody's mind. The animals weren't bothersome. The animals were kind. And so they lived together side by side. They got along. It didn't seem like anything could possibly go wrong. Then little Red, the messenger, came running with the word. Apparently a circus ship had sunk from what he'd heard. The animals are from that boat. They swam in from the bay. The greedy owner wants them back. He'll be here any day. So the people called a meeting, and they quickly hatched a plan. No animal that came ashore could sail off with that man. The next day, at the crack of dawn, a ship was at the pier, and up the lane marched Mr. Payne, whose voice was loud and clear. I am the circus owner. My ship sank in the murk. I've come to find my animals and put them back to work. He hiked until he came into the center of the town. His face was red. He scratched his head. He stood there with a frown. Mr. Payne looked high and low, but still he couldn't see the 15 circus animals of his menagerie. Now, you guys, look at these pictures. Can you guys see any animals maybe that are hidden? This is my favorite part. So if you look, oh, look at all these rocks. That's not a rock. That's an elephant. What else? Oh, look, we got all these little mounds. Those are mounds. That's a hippo with 2 humps. Oh, look here. That's not part of her dress. That's a boa constrictor. He ran around the alleyways. He searched the village square. He even checked the chicken coop. His animals weren't there. Mr. Payne was tuckered out. His heavy chest was heaving. Then Little Red stepped up and said, I think your boat is leaving. He ran off in a fit of rage. His ship was leaving sight. So he jumped into the rowboat and he rowed with all his might. And from that day, they liked to say their lives were free of pain. It was happy, peaceful place upon the island in Maine. Now look at how happy they all are. The end. I love this book, you guys. You have to check it out and look at that page that we saw. See what animals you can find and where they're hiding. They're really good hiders. I'm not sure I like to play, hide and go seek with them. I'm not sure. I'll show you one more because I think this one's funny. But look, you think those are trees. Nope, that's an ostrich. So funny. It appears I'm having some problems here, you guys, so I'm hoping you can see me. I want to give a shout out to Mac. Hi, Mac, for watching. How are you, buddy? How's your summer? And to our very best person, Miss Bev Dawkin. Hello, my dear. You guys, I am going to stop there because I'm just not sure. It says on my screen that we're having trouble playing this video. So I'm not sure if that's going on. So I'm going to save my other book for next week. We'll cut it off with just the one today. And what a good one it was. Oh, so fun. So fun, my favorite. Well, I hope you guys have a splendid afternoon. And what I love about this book is it's all about being kind, right? Because he was not kind to those animals. So, as always, I want you to be kind. So, follow through with that, help out one another, and we will see you next. Oh, wait, you guys, we won't see you next week. The library is actually going to be closed next Wednesday. They're going to be doing some internet stuff, so maybe we won't have this trouble anymore. That'll be so exciting. So, yes, no story time next week, and then, yeah, we won't have story time for actually the next 2 weeks because I will be on vacation then for the 4th of July. So, we'll touch base again in 2 weeks for story time, and I will get a post out so you guys can remember that. Okay, have a great, great, great afternoon. Bye bye.